Hi, I'm Nancy. I'm the Creative Director of Aligned Design Co. This video series is giving you a behind the scenes look at some of the conversations that we have with brand experts, from fashion stylists to content marketers to web designers and a lot more in between. So I hope you enjoy it. This conversation is with Kate Obert, who is an amazing fashion stylist based in Los Angeles. We had a really cool conversation about how what you wear affects your energy, the energy you bring to your business, to your interactions, and also how to kind of elevate your outfits in a way that feels authentic to you. So I really hope you enjoy this. It's a really good one. So hello, Kate. Thank you so much for joining us.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
So I'm just going to dive right in because I think a question that often comes up with branding is that personal brand is kind of sometimes a little bit of a fuzzy area. People aren't quite sure what that means. So what does it mean to you?
Mhm. A personal brand is really just your reputation. So it's how someone thinks of you, and it's knowing who you are and embodying who you are clear enough that other people can then refer you. So personal branding and having a great brand is really about staying top of mind when other people think of different opportunities for you. So they could be with their friend, and their friend is like, oh my gosh, I'm looking for this thing, or I'm looking for this person to help me with this project. And they might not, like, their friend might not be the person, but they remembered you. So, how can you stay top of mind in other people, in their mind, so they can be, soldiers, if you will, for you? And just influencers is a better word, I should say, influencers for you. I'm so used to saying like deploying soldiers with like financials.
Yeah,
We've had conversations about that lately, but yeah, so just staying top of mind is really all that means.
amazing. Yeah. And I guess there's different ingredients that go into it as well. So it's kind of how you speak about yourself, but also how you present yourself with style, which I think is your kind of area of genius. So how do you kind of see fashion and style as what's their role in kind of what your personal brand is and how you come across?
So your style is the first impression. So before you even say anything, people see what you're wearing. And we are storytelling machines. We always want to make sense of things. So when you meet someone at a networking event, when you step on stage before you even speak your presentation, everyone around you in the audience or just around you in the networking space is looking to quickly make these decisions of like figuring out who you are, so they either know how to approach you, or they know if you're for them. So it's a tool that you use to accurately portray who you are and what you want people to know about you.
Yeah, I think that's really, really key because sometimes it can feel a bit intimidating or overwhelming thinking about what to wear to an event. Um, and
Definitely.
like if you bring it back to what you want to represent and what you want people to know about you, that feels a bit more authentic than
Mhm.
kind of dressing for, sometimes I think you feel like you need to dress a part. But of course, I guess you're helping people to feel like they're dressing for themselves and for what they want to put across.
Definitely. And that's where I see a lot goes wrong, and there's a disconnect that happens when people are trying to they want to get dressed up. They want to get fancy, right? They're going to this event and they want to look a certain way, but they're either borrowing a look that they saw on Pinterest, and maybe some elements of that resonates with them, but they don't quite know why. And so they'll replicate the look, but then it doesn't quite mesh with who they are. So there's a disconnect. And I see this happen a lot where, a lot of times what happens is we have that disconnect because, and like other people don't quite know where the disconnect is coming from. They're not putting two and two together that, oh, it's their clothes and what they're wearing that is making me feel this kind of like weird vibe from them. Because it's all energy, you know. And
Mhm.
you know, you can walk into a room and immediately feel tension. Well, you can walk into a room and just like feel the energy of other people as well. And if what you're wearing is not congruent with who you are and just being authentic to you, then there is going to be this butting of heads. And most people don't realize that it's not that the person is being disingenuous, it's just they don't know how to accurately portray what they want through the use of aesthetics.
Yeah, absolutely right. Because I think I've definitely fallen into that trap myself where I haven't been sure what to wear and I've kind of worn something and not been really comfortable. And then I think that affects how you act then
Yes.
the whole
Oh,
kind of
100%.
time. Um,
Exactly. You
yeah,
nailed it on the head. I mean, that's the biggest thing is it affects how you show up.
that's so cool. So I have one more
Yeah.
question for you, which
Yes.
is there anyone that like is it in the public eye or a celebrity or anyone who you think is really great at intentionally dressing?
So my role model is an interior designer. Her name is Kelly Wursler, and she is absolutely incredible at doing this. Now, she does also have a stylist, but she has a really great style, innate style as well. And you can see that the way you should follow her on Instagram, it's really impressive where she does something very different than a lot of other interior designers. Not only her style for the spaces that she designs, but how she utilizes social and how she does the shoots, like the photo shoots for her designs. So you will see what she is wearing that complements her interior design. And
Oh,
it's really cool and it's really fun to see what she chooses and how it either complements or how it matches exactly. And they're all, oh, not, I wouldn't say all, a lot of the items are like very dramatic, but they work. And it's just this exaggerated version of of the work itself. So it's when you're thinking about your personal brand too, it's like dialing up, it's like knowing who you are and
mm,
then just dialing it up a little bit depending on where you're going.
right. Yeah, that's a really good point. So it could be, say, what are my brand colors? I'm going to wear something that's one of my brand colors, but I'm going to really kind of zhuzh it up.
Yeah, you can definitely start there. I think that's a great starting point where you're a little unsure of what to do. I would hesitate not putting so much emphasis on the brand color though, because what I've seen is it gets people stuck in a box.
Yeah.
They feel that here's my brand color, especially when it comes to personal brands, because then, you know, they decided that they're going to wear this baby pink and that's going to be their brand that represents them. But then what happens is as they grow and evolve, they've kind of evolved out of that,
Hmm.
but they feel like they can't change because then they're going to ruin their brand recognition.
Yeah.
So that's why I love to really work on the identity aspect of it. And who are you? What is your core style? And how to translate that in a lot of different ways where you are able to wear a lot of different colors and it still represents you. I like to say that you can get a brand shoot done, crop your face, take your logo out, put it in black and white, and people should still feel that it's you.
Oh,
So
right.
us entrepreneurs work from home.
Yeah.
So we don't have to dress a certain way. However, the energy shifts for yourself. And I always say, like, why does it matter who you're going to go out and see? Like, why do you dress up to go out and care about what other people are thinking versus why don't you value yourself just as much? Why don't you dress up for you? Because it's going to affect how you show up. And if it's going to affect your energy and you're going to be a lot more confident, everyone has that like one little outfit you put on. Maybe it's multiple, but just an outfit that you put on, you're like, oh, I don't know, your shoulders are back, you stand taller, not intentional, not like you're not intentional about standing taller. It just happens.
Yeah.
Your energy gets shifted based off of what you choose to wear. And a big a big thing is like, oh well, I'm wearing leggings are so comfortable. I want, this is, for the women in this audience, but leggings are so comfortable. I want to wear this. I feel like myself. And that's great. But how can we maybe like dial it up a little bit? Like if you're gonna wear your leggings and your athleisure look, maybe let's do a little bit more of like a fun, vibrant makeup look. Or I'm a big proponent of just like adding jewelry. Jewelry
Yeah.
makes the outfit, so much more put together. And
Yeah.
so there's little tweaks where you don't have to show up in like a full head to toe satin dress, you can wear what you would normally feel comfortable in. And it does also bring me to my next point of, you don't have to wear something because you think that you need to. If you're not the person that would wear a hat with an outfit, then don't let any stylist put you in that if you don't feel confident. Try it, always put it on. But listen to your energy. Does it raise your vibe? Does it lower your vibe? And your body will tell you whether it's for you or whether it's not.
Yeah, I 100% agree. I think for me, my jewelry is lipstick. I always put on
Oh,
lipstick.
I love that.
I'm just kind of wearing a sweatshirt, whatever. It just makes me feel a bit more like I've bothered. And not even if I'm going to see somebody, just because it makes
Yeah.
me feel better. And,
Yeah.
and certainly, yeah, like when I put this top on to speak to you, I felt like, oh, I kind of felt like I'd shown up better as
Mm-hmm.
myself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
it's,
and it really affects your energy. It really affects that you're going to be so much more in tune with yourself.
yeah,
You're going to feel a little bit more confident, which is going to help you make better decisions in your business. You're going to probably reach out to some people that you might not have been in the mood for, all because
yeah,
of starting with intentionally dressing the way that you want to feel.
yeah,
So when you do wake up in the morning, instead of, I think what I work with clients on is they go for, it's natural to be like, all right, what am I going to wear today? And that's the first thing that you're thinking about when you're getting dressed. When you really should be thinking, what's the vibe that I want? What's the energy I want to be in today? And you let that guide what you choose.
oh, I love that. Yeah, that's really nice. So you're sort of starting with how you want to feel and then picking through your
Mhm.
wardrobe what feels good today.
Mm-hmm. And especially since your audience are brand designers and people at least like in that space, think about it as you wouldn't choose the aesthetics of a brand without first understanding the brand identity.
Yeah,
So the brand identity is the same thing with your personal brand identity. Who are you? And you can have multiple different facets to your identity. You can have, you know, maybe you're a little bit more girly girl. You also want to be edgy. You also love the athleisure look. We have different moods.
yeah,
So it's finding that through line, finding that common thread, which is your identity. And how do you translate your identity in those different instances?
yeah, that's really interesting. It really does have lots of parallels with your visual branding, doesn't it? Because you've really got to kind of
Yeah.
do that. You've got to do that kind of foundational decision making before you can actually choose um, color,
Yeah.
styles,
Mm-hmm.
textures, and things to represent your business.